The story of Chanel is one of the most iconic in the world of fashion. It starts with the visionary and pioneering woman, Gabrielle Bonheur, Coco Chanel, whose life and legacy would change the face of fashion forever. Born on August 19, 1883, in Saumur, France, Coco Chanel's early life was anything but glamorous. She grew up in an orphanage after her mother died and her father abandoned her. The orphanage was run by nuns, and it was there that Chanel learned to sew, a skill that would serve as the foundation for her later career. Little did anyone know, this seemingly humble beginning would lead to the creation of a global empire that would shape luxury fashion for generations. Chanel's early adulthood was marked by struggles, as she moved through various jobs, from being a singer at a cafe to a milliner, selling hats. It was through her connections in the Parisian society that Chanel slowly began to rise. She caught the eye of Tien Balsan, a wealthy socialite, who took her under his wing. It was with him that she was introduced to the world of high society, and it was also during this time that she began her first steps into fashion. However, it was her relationship with Arthur Boy Capel, an Englishman and a true love of her life, that would inspire much of her design ethos and business ventures. Capel was an influential figure in Chanel's life, providing her with the financial support she needed to pursue her dream. In 1910, Chanel opened her first millinery boutique at 21 Rue Cambon in Paris, marking the beginning of her fashion empire. Her hats quickly became popular with Parisian women, earning her the reputation of a talented and innovative designer. Chanel's designs were unlike anything women had worn before. Her pieces were simple yet elegant, rejecting the elaborate, restrictive styles of the time. She believed in comfort and practicality, championing a more liberated version of femininity. This was the start of Chanel's signature look, a modern, chic aesthetic that resonated with women who were seeking both style and ease. Chanel's real breakthrough came in the early 1920s, when she ventured beyond millinery and into clothing design. She created a revolutionary line of women's clothing that featured jersey fabric, a material previously reserved for men's underwear. This move was controversial, as it was seen as unconventional, but Chanel's boldness paid off. She introduced garments that were more comfortable and practical, such as the iconic Chanel suit, tailored yet feminine, featuring a collarless jacket and a skirt. This suit would become one of the most enduring symbols of Chanel's design philosophy, blending sophistication with comfort. She also popularized the little black dress, or LBD, in 1926, a simple yet elegant garment that became a staple of every woman's wardrobe. The LBD was revolutionary for its time, as it demonstrated that luxury fashion could be both accessible and timeless. Chanel's impact on fashion didn't stop at clothing. She transformed the way women viewed accessories. In 1924, she launched her first jewelry collection, which featured fox pearls, another departure from the expensive and extravagant jewelry that was common in the high fashion circles of the time. Chanel also expanded into fragrance, introducing her most famous perfume, Chanel No. 5, in 1921. The fragrance was groundbreaking, not only for its scent, but also for its marketing. Chanel No. 5 was the first fragrance to be named after a fashion house, making it an instant classic. It was also marketed as a symbol of modern femininity, a far cry from the traditional floral scents that were prevalent in perfumes at the time. Chanel's success during the 1920s and 1930 seconds was staggering. Her creations were worn by some of the most fashionable women in Europe, including actresses like Greta Garbo, Ingrid Bergman, and Marlene Dietrich. However, despite her success, the outbreak of World War II in 1939 led to a period of retreat for Chanel. During the war, Chanel closed her fashion house and lived a relatively quiet life, focusing on her personal life and business dealings. The war years were complicated for Chanel, and she faced accusations of being a collaborator with the German occupiers, though this remains a subject of controversy and debate. Nevertheless, she remained undeterred and continued to build her personal fortune, even as her reputation took a hit. After the war, Chanel made a dramatic return to the fashion world in 1954, at the age of 71. At this point, fashion had evolved, and many of the styles she had pioneered were no longer in vogue. Despite this, Chanel's return was a triumph. She reintroduced her iconic suits and little black dresses, this time with an updated and modern twist. While some critics initially dismissed her return, the fashion world soon embraced Chanel's designs once again, and her timeless creations found a new audience. Coco Chanel's philosophy of simplicity and elegance made her creations ever relevant, and her vision continued to shape the world of fashion in the post-war era. Throughout her career, Chanel's influence on women's fashion was immeasurable. She fundamentally changed the way women dressed, and her designs offered an alternative to the feminine ideals of the time, which were characterized by corsets, petticoats, and layers of fabric. Chanel's minimalist approach to fashion was not only a reflection of her personal style, but also a reflection of her belief in the empowerment of women. She wanted women to be free to move, think, and live without the constraints imposed by the fashion industry of the time. Her use of simple lines, comfortable fabrics, and practical designs became a new standard in luxury fashion. Chanel was not just a designer, but also a savvy businesswoman who understood the importance of branding. She carefully crafted the Chanel brand into a symbol of luxury and sophistication. Her logo, the interlocking CC, became synonymous with style, elegance, and exclusivity. She also understood the importance of celebrity endorsements, and she cultivated relationships with women who were known for their style and taste. From fashion to fragrance, accessories to jewelry, the Chanel brand was designed to represent a total lifestyle, one that embraced elegance and grace in every aspect of life. The legacy of Coco Chanel is not just in the clothes she created, but in the cultural shift she sparked. Chanel revolutionized the way women dressed, worked, and presented themselves to the world. She was a trailblazer who proved that fashion could be practical, chic, and empowering all at once. Her designs have transcended time, continuing to inspire designers, influencers, and fashion lovers around the world. Even after her death in 1971, Chanel's influence continued to grow, with the House of Chanel remaining one of the most respected and coveted fashion brands in the world. The story of Chanel is not only one of style and elegance, but also of resilience and vision. It is a story of a woman who broke free from the constraints of society, built an empire from nothing, and forever changed the way the world looked at fashion. Today, Chanel is still synonymous with luxury, innovation, and timeless beauty, and its founder, Coco Chanel, remains one of the most influential figures in fashion history. If you enjoyed the story of Chanel and want to learn more about the world of fashion, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned for more inspiring stories and insights. Thanks for watching.